And we're rolling. Let's give Mohamad a...
Where do you get all this energy from?
Have to.
Early in the morning.
I'm paid for it. You're paying for it. I'm on payroll. So are you in a way. You better,
no, if I
you
was
better be
paid.
perky. Perkiness is everything. Mohamad, I'm so glad. Look at the smiles come back. The little, like, don't fool with me mask is going away. Come on, New Yorkers. Bring on that happy New York charm. Come on. Okay. Mohamad.
Yes.
We are talking about, I've assigned everyone to bring in their family as your visual culture. You did. What did you find out?
I mean, I didn't know how much my dad could trace back, but he told me he could have traced back to like 7 centuries, like 7 generations.
With portraits?
I don't know about portraits, but he said like he has like all this stuff written down, but that's back in this country.
But he sent it to you.
Yeah, he was able to tell me. He was like, "Oh, I could tell you everything." And when I went back home, I wrote down some of the stuff.
Well, where in India is your family?
It's in Bangladesh, so I guess.
Oh, Bangladesh. Okay.
Yeah.
You're Bangladesh. You speak Bengali or Urdu?
I speak both. I also speak Urdu. I speak Bengali.
Bengali, Urdu, and English. Cool. That's like most Stony Brook students. Who speaks 3 languages here? A bunch of you guys. There you go, man. Be loud, be proud. Who speaks 2? There you go. Savannah, come on. Inglese? Okay. No, it's cool. You guys are prime, man. You guys are like Ivy League because you got these languages under your belt. Keep it going. That's what I can say. Mohamad, there's a very interesting assignment I gave you for today. I want you to do it by the next class. We brought all these photos. Let's talk about those. Your dad said he could go back 7 centuries for what he knows of your family?
Yeah.
Public records or just oral traditions, like his parents telling him?
No, I think it's both. I don't know. I don't think he has like public records of the last 7, all of them. Maybe like at least 3, 4 of them. But or I guess they were told to him by his father and before that.
Do you think they become mixed up and they become like a legend? And when your great-grandfather wrestled the 50-foot serpent dragon and killed it and sewed its teeth, and that didn't happen? Happened to my grandfather, and single-handedly winning a battle in Civil War and stuff like that. That my father told me. Do you think that these things got bigged up?
Yeah, I mean, you know how. You know the telephone game when people...
Yeah, I love telephone.
Yeah.
That's the essence of gossip. Is like you send something outlandish to gossip, and by the time it goes around, it's like, whoa.
It's completely different, yeah.
Completely
so I'm
different.
Sure that must have happened. But, I mean, he wasn't telling me anything that big. My dad usually loves to talk about his father, his grandfather. I don't like to listen to him talk about his father too much.
Why? Because it implies what you have to do?
Sort of, and it's like...
It's an implicit instruction ongoing. It's like, Mohamad, when I tell you about my father, this is implicit kind of like imperatives you have to do.
Yeah, sort of.
Get married at 18, have 10 children, stuff like that.
Not to that extreme.
Okay. Very good. This next assignment, I've asked you, but you have your files, right? You have all your family files.
I have it online. I don't have it.
Okay, we'll pop it off. But gang, remember your flash drives. Have it in 2 or 3 sources. Mohamad, then I said, okay, this is a cool counterpoint. I said, bring in all your family, and all your grandmas love me now. And it's like, oh my God, you had a professor said, record this digitally. Then I said, you know what? Let's take another test, just like anthropologists. Let's take the same notions that we have assembling the visual records, the photographs of our family, and go to Second Life, which is a OpenGL simulation, Sims. It's like the Sims, right? Who used to play the Sims? A lot of you know what it is. So it's you got all this visual identity up to here. Now you're all good New Yorkers, and from that point we go into Second Life. And I said, do anything. Ladies, why don't you become a man? Men, why don't you become a lady? Black, white, Asian, Indian, South American, whatever. Trade off. walk around with 2 or 3 other bodies into this landscape and see what happens. Just hang out there for a couple hours. You can do that, right? Like an anthropologist in the jungles, right? You can hang out there and record what happens. Yolanda, take screen captures. You know how to do that? Boink, boink. When something happens, make screen captures, Patrick, of what might happen. If some, beautiful woman's attacking you, like, make a screen capture of it. And Mohamad, why is this like anthropology? Why I said this is a counterpoint to your photographs, your family identity. A lot of you people are first generation Americans. Is Second Life like an infinity point, a vanishing point, an alpha, an omega, a point, Jeremy, a point beyond? Are we entering a post-racial era? Are we split? How many feel Stony Brook is cliquish with the races? Everyone does. How many like that? No one quite likes that. How do you know does anyone know how to get around that? Anyone? Laura?
Pester people.
Pester people.
Like instead of just letting them blow you off and then forgetting about them, keep trying to get into the group.
Okay. Anyone else? Jennifer? Cliques, groups, ghettos. And why? Why does this is the second most diverse campus in the country? Why would people? What about interracial dating? Does a lot happen? Too much happen? Too little happen?
I don't see a lot of interracial dating.
You don't. Not like in Brooklyn, right? Andrew.
To answer the first question, I was saying that you just need to step out of a box and be more diverse.
To be what?
More diverse.
May I have open-minded, but don't we like our identity? Name again. Punjin. Isn't that makes up what we get up to? Our identity?
Yeah, everyone has not necessarily the same identity. But but answering the question that why certain people hang out, it's because of their same group. They might have similar identities as opposed to people from other groups.
But no one really, Yolanda, what?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think it really is an issue of racism, where people don't want to hang out with different races. My roommate actually is dating she's Catholic, she's dating a guy who's Muslim, and nobody here has a problem with it. But she lives way upstate, very close to Canada, and her friends are messaging her from there, being like, "Why?" or whatever. But no one here has a problem with it.
It's New York. We're all relaxed. It's New York. Come on.
It's what you were saying. It's like a comfort issue. It's you think that these people have a more closer identity to you.
Yeah, but shouldn't you want to learn?
Oh, I don't think it's.
No, I know. I'm just saying people.
Who, like Laura said, you just dive into a group. You're whites. If you see a group of blacks, say, "Hey, let's go." You see a group of Indians. Hey, well, let's go to a movie or whatever. Who does that, Stephanie? You're Latina and Polish, so what?
Well, I don't find a lot of Latina Polish people around campus, so.
There's a club. You could start a club. I'm asking you to really have fun with this class. You said I have so much energy. I want you to go after this class to Second Life. I said, let me try these theories of gender and race and identity on.
Yeah, but this
Second Life
online because it's like a fantasy world. You know what I'm saying?
IBM wants every one of their workers to actually email and communicate through this medium. It's just a medium. The big public spaces out there are just a medium. We could all be one big building. We go by in the hallway, go like, "Hey, how's it going?" Just like on Star Trek, they're in the big vessel and all of that. There are no big public meeting places. That's what I love about North Africa, the big souks, the big open spaces in the middle. A lot of European cultures. Do we have any Koreans here? The Madang in Koreans, the Indians. What is there in Bangladesh? Is there a big open marketplace?
It's called a bazaar.
A bazaar, or a souk, or whatever. Do we have anything like that in America? Name, Charlotte.
The city.
Not really. It depends.
It's called 7-Eleven. It's a little bit pathetic. Brett, right? 7-Eleven. You know, if you hang there, the big old boss hog white cops come along and say, "Hey, you kids, move it," right?
We have farmers markets in Illinois.
Farmers markets.
Markets. Everyone comes and gathers around free food and hangs out.
Teenagers too, right?
Oh yeah.
But Brett, did anyone you hung out at 7-Eleven? No. Who did? Andrew. What happened? You're there with like 2 friends, then 3 friends, then 5 friends, and then what happens? They tell you to leave or the cops come, right? There's nowhere else to go. In America, there's kind of like not this forum. But now we do. Name? Jackie. Now we have Second Life, right? Yippee. Mohamad, is this satisfying?
What, to go on?
Second Life. Andrew said that these...
no, you could... I don't know, when I was little, we went to the grocery store, and if you'd have...
Where'd you grow up?
Queens. Almost Brooklyn.
Go Queens.
Yeah.
Almost Brooklyn.
I mean,
Try
it's 5
harder.
blocks... What?
Go
grew up
Brooklyn.
over there. But yeah,
Where in Queens? Like Jamaica?
South Ozone Park. I went to school in Jamaica.
Did you love growing up in Queens?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I moved from Brooklyn, and I only moved from like a mile radius ever since I've been here.
Have you been back to Bangladesh? Have you seen it?
No, I've never been.
Never have. Okay.
I came here.
Oh, wow. So it's even more. Savannah, where did you hang out when you were young?
Backyard.
Where do you meet those cute boys? At the social or what? Did you grow up
The
upstate?
neighbor's backyard.
Where?
In Quorum.
Quorum. Okay. Where did you hang out? Backyard?
I guess like the full playground.
I hung out in the cornfields. Until you're launched into Stony Brook, then you think it's weird that all these groups of people hang out with each other at Stony Brook? Do you think that's odd or just...
It's not weird. It's just your common interest, your common background. I mean, it happens. It's kind of unfortunate that it's cliquey like that, but you can change that.
Okay, there's that philosophical experiment. Like, if we're all brains in a vat, right? That matrix thing, we're just floating there and we think this is a world or whatever. Would skin color matter? Evan?
What?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
listening. If we're brains in a vat, pumped in our identity, you remember that movie, The Matrix, where the guy's like, that's essentially what it is. Would skin color matter?
Can we see each other?
We think we see each other.
There's like a sort of like a hive mind where we're all.
Yeah, but we have no skin. We're all brains. We're floating there. Some evil genius years ago has taken out, removed the body, skin, everything, gender, genitalia, and just floating these brains in a vat, you know, farming them out. Is that attractive, or is this... Hey, sexy brain over in the other vat there. What's going on? Oh, yeah, you're wearing... Jeremy, Manisha, sexy, stupid, empty, what?
It's just brain.
Is it a just world, then?
No, because like, there's gonna be clicking no matter what it is. They're gonna find something that you find in common or different with somebody. It's just human nature.
So the fabricated identity of the collectivized brains, which is what's happening with the internet, really. When you get on Facebook, you can see someone's photograph, but it could be a dude, could be a guy, a girl, or it could be an old dude behind that sexy girl. That's what that movie Catfish was about, which is interest. Write this down, Catfish. Who saw it? No one saw it. You saw it. That's kind of what that misaligned and the
Swordfish was better.
I didn't see Swordfish.
I don't know.
Thanks,
about
Mohamad.
Catfish.
And Mohamad, we talked about that Phil K. Dick novel. If Phil K. Dick was a great science fiction writer, more sociologist than science fiction. Great. All these movies came out of where in the future we're all brown. Why is that?
Because India's population is so it's like the largest population.
It's 1.2 million people. Chinese are 1.
Bill.
It's big.
What?
That was a kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah, 1.2 bill in the Indian subcontinent. When you add Bangladesh and Pakistan and all the whole area, it goes up to 2 bill. When you add China, that's about 3 bill. What's the population of Asia? That's about 3.
That's like half of the population of the world.
more than half.
No,
Yeah.
it's more.
It's more because the rest of the world's the total. Oh God,
it's
the
'cause-
rest of the world's 7 billion. You know, and then you add Asia, that's 4.2 billion itself. It's crowded. Does that even matter? Are we talking like the post-skin era, Andrew? Is this? Is it? Are we brains in a vat? When I ask you to go to Facebook as an not Facebook, Second Life as an anthropologist and just study it. What data? What questions will you go there with? It's like, what does skin matter? What does identity through skin matter? Are we all supposed to be Americans? Are we all supposed to have good credit? Are we all supposed to have 2.5 children and the beautiful wife and so forth?
I mean, with like Second Life, I think most people probably just go in and make themselves. I don't think a lot of people are trying to like do these experiments of being something different and seeing what it is.
They have trouble with people having interest in this because of it's not serious. Identity is sometimes serious. Name again. Nicoya. Is identity serious? Is that when you're feeling hurt or lonely or whatever, you retreat back to your identity? No? Mom will always be there. My brothers and sisters love me. Oh, I love my grandma, and she's from India or she's from the Caribbean. Oh, I love that about Caribbean cooking. Do we all retreat? Oh, I love that Christmas time where I'm not really religious, but I love the Christmas tree. Things like that. You don't?
No, when I feel sad or anything, I shut down.
You shut down.
I don't
Okay.
think of anything positive, so.
Okay. That's one method.
The opposite of-
Johnny, do you go back when you're feeling sad and blue? Do you go back to like
I'll always have my family.
you always have your family as your posse, as your wingmen, gunning for you? Parents, brothers, cousins. Who has an evil cousin or brother who's who's never there for you? Never.
Never. He used to hide under my bed and silently grab my leg and try to pull me under.
That's a sign of love, Laura. That's not anything. Well, we're wrapping it up. Mohamad, what is this? What is post-identity? Is this baloney? Is this we'll always want some visual identity or cultural identity? Is there a nadir or an omega point in something not as cheesy as Second Life, but in Second Life where we enter into this medium and meanwhile scientists start re-engineering? So I got a dinosaur's head and a couple claws here in 40, 50 years. Will it matter once we start getting re-engineered and then appearing to be something online?
Not really. I mean, the internet is taking over. It's like the era of the web. And I feel like you're saying, sooner or later people are just going to be online having their own imagination, being somebody else. Or
And we hope it's grounded in identity because identity gives us substance, right?
Yeah.
Or meaning. We do derive a lot of meaning from that. Hopefully not to the exclusion of the other. Let's give Mohamad a hand. See you on YouTube, Mohamad. Hope we get some social life from this.